Hello everyone, this is Rocko Gamer45 and I am back with another video. And since it's horror month, I thought I'll talk about something a bit more creepy, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word here, because it was back then but not now. Anyway, what I'm talking about actually is enemies in Doom that personally scared me as a child. Now, I've played Doom since I was about 1 or 2. It's the very first time I've seen Doom. So I've known Doom for not only a very long time, but from a very young age. So most things didn't scare me as a kid, but there was just a few things here or there from a couple of different games that always got me. Now, I played the PlayStation 1 version of Doom, so they had a creepy atmosphere and music from the start. That didn't really get me. I mean, the creepy track with the childs and the goats screaming, that was always one that was creepy, but the rest of the tracks didn't really scare me. I loved it because it built atmosphere, but it never really personally scared me. I think that's because I grew up with it, because sometimes when I listen to Doom 64 music, that actually does generally creep me out because I think it's really well done. And if I come into PC Doom and then went to PlayStation 1 Doom, I think it'd be the same situation as well. So the music didn't really scare me, but there was only one particular enemy, technically two, that always used to scare me as a kid, and that enemy is the Pinky Demon. Okay, so there's a whole story about me going over my first experience, and I actually have mentioned this before about the Pinky Demon, probably on more than one occasion, but it's the perfect opportunity to go over it again. When I first played through Doom on the PlayStation, I could not get past level 8, which is the first level you fight the Barons, which would be E1M8 on the PC. I could beat every other level, but them two Barons would just destroy me each time. That's because at this point I was too young to realise what a sort of strafe button was, and instead of trying to dodge things, I used to just take it to the face quite a lot in Doom. So there used to be imps, lost souls, everything all hitting me at once. But it was even worse when I first started to play Doom because I didn't dodge anything, and enemies like the hit scanners you can't really dodge anyway, but enemies like the imps always used to hit me. But I could always deal with them, even though they were quite strong. I could always deal with them. There was just this one enemy that in the early levels that always used to creep me out, just because of their one action they did. All the other enemies would just throw fireballs or shoot you from a distance. But then the Pinky Demon come along, and the Pinky Demon just used to run right towards you, and I hated that. I absolutely hated it because, so once again, all the imps just used to hang back. Yes, they slowly get closer, but the Pinky Demons run at you, and I was so slow. My reflex was not as good, obviously, back then, and I couldn't kill these guys. They were so quick, and the demons, pretty much as soon as they bite me, that's it, pause the game, start the level again. I'm not doing it. I hated it. The other problem was, at this point, I'm used to insta-killing enemies with my shotgun. The imps die with one hit, the shotgunners die with one hit, the zombie men definitely do, but then the Pinky Demon or the Spectres, they take 2 or 3, and that also used to really put me off, because not only do they run and charge at you, but they also take multiple hits with a shotgun to take down, which I thought was one of the most powerful weapons in the game at that part. And this did scare me, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't have the instinct to run. I had the instinct to stand there and try and kill it. And of course, that ended in tears most of the time. Obviously now the Pinky Demons, I think, are probably actually the easiest enemy in the game. Even easier than the zombie men, because obviously the zombie men have the hit scan, so they still can hit you. Pinky Demons, really, they don't. Just get an SSG, bam, they're dead. But back then, they were evil, worst enemies in the game. But in the recent years when I got better, the Pinky Demons got a lot easier. But then one other enemy took its place. And of course, that is the big bad Cyber Demon. Oh boy, the Cyber Demon. Such an evil, horrible creature, especially as a child who's still learning the basic controls of pretty much any controller really, or any game. Just starting to learn, and then an enemy like this comes along and bam, everything that you thought you was good at goes down the drain. The problem I have with the Cyber Demon is Not only was this guy huge, but after a while I knew this guy would insta kill you with no matter what health you have, and I could not beat him. It was literally, at this point of the game, that's it, cheats only. I could not do it. The Cyber Demon was just too powerful, and I still struggle with the Cyber Demon today. And yes, when I hear his roar, it actually still does send a chill down my spine today, only because I know I'm in for a real challenge. I always find the Cyber Demons a real challenge. Even in big open areas, these guys can still get you with a lucky shot. It just takes one shot and it's over. You might think you have it under control, but really, it really could just go wrong in a split second. And that's what always makes a Cyber Demon the scariest enemy to me, even to this day. But there's one other enemy in Doom 3 that always got me. Is it this Lost Souls? No. Is it the cherubs, the weird baby things? No. Once again, I played Doom 3 at quite a young age. This is the first time I even touched a computer game. So using the WASD to move and all that, it was so new and I couldn't do it. I learned quicker than I did with the actual analog sticks though on my PlayStation 1, but that's because I was older. And I started to play Doom 3, and it was not from the start. I played another version that someone had, and it started me just before the halfway mark of the game, and most enemies killed me. I was playing on easy, so I died a lot. It was called Recruit, and imps, any zombie pretty much did kill me. But over time, on this day, I slowly started to learn how to dodge and attack, and I got pretty far. But then there was this one area that still haunts me when I play this game, because I remember it straight away. And that is, there's this nice, this kind of smallish room. You go in there and there's a PDA just sat there. This is after you come out of this big open storage area where all the trucks and other vehicles drive down. And then you go in there, there's just a PDA in the middle of the room. And because I was still quite young, I didn't think, oh, here's a trap. I thought, oh look, this is easy. They just left this right here, picked it up, and bam, the room just turns to red straight away. And that's the nice bit. You turn around and then you hear a door, or it's actually a wall, just explodes off its hinges. And then the first time you meet this creature is right behind this door, and it's just a zombie, but it's a very special zombie. It is the chainsaw zombie. Now, once again, the thing that got me with these creatures, or these zombies, is the fact that they just come running right towards you. At this point, I'd not seen the Pinky Demon, or I might have seen one, but not really affected me. I can't remember. I've not really seen any enemy that come charging at me that I couldn't handle. I mean, like the maggots are really easy to kill, one shotgun, bang. But this guy, no. It's just the fact that he had a chainsaw, and you was in that tight little room. Bam! It almost killed me in my first go. I had to pause it a second because it really did creep me out. But then I killed him, and I actually stopped and I actually sighed. I remember sighing and thinking, wow, can't believe I actually survived that. And then next thing I knew, I got hit from behind, and that's what scared me the most, because I was not expecting it. I was sat there going, yes, I did it, and then suddenly my screen just burst red and I'm in pain again. And you know when that certain enemy just startles you without realising it. It can happen in any game. Well, this is what happened to me. Little did I know, it's after you kill the first chainsaw zombie, a second one lowers down, and he did kill me. It also killed my motivation to play that game right the way up to 2012, when I played through Doom BFG edition. That's how long the gap was. It was crazy. I finally built up enough courage to go, actually, I will play this game. And I remember even buying that game and thinking, oh god, I just remembered the chainsaw zombies. So yeah, that was my experience with Doom 3 when the first time I played it. It wasn't a very good one. It's in fact a very creepy one. And of course, the Pinky Demons from Doom 1 or Doom 2, they always got me as well. But now when you play this game, there's not really any enemies that scare me, especially in Doom 3 where they try to scare you but they don't really succeed in my opinion. Of course, in the new Doom games they're not really there to scare you, there's more there to be slaughtered. That's their role now, and that's what I love about them. But we'll probably have all had that experience, even if you're not scared of the enemies, but there's always been that one part of the game where you've probably just been losing focus or something, and next thing you know, a pinky demon's just sort of grabbed you from behind without actually you knowing. That happens to me quite a lot, where I thought I've cleared out all the enemies in a room or an area. Next thing you know, there's an imp right behind me, pretty much melee attacking me. It does catch you by surprise, and it can make you jump. I don't find that scary, but it still can make you jump. So yeah, I think everyone's had an experience like that, but I'd like to know if anyone found any of the Doom enemies creepier at a younger age, or if you still do now. I mean, some of these enemies do have pretty creepy-ish designs, and I can understand if they were still quite creepy to you now. But anyway, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.